Let's talk about the reseller formula. So the reseller formula is a term that was coined, at least I heard it from Chris at Peak from TikTok. If you guys know about his reselling, he's a really good clothing reseller, also dabbled in coffee, and his coffee tastes great. But so the reseller formula is something that I kind of picked up from him, and I use not only for clothing, which is what he mainly sold and what I learned to sell from him, but in many other categories, you can use the reseller formula to help you out. So let's start off with clothing, because that is where at least where I heard the term first, and it definitely helps you when you're sourcing items. So I want to show you guys this Z Zegna blazer that I got at the thrift store for 12 bucks. There's the tag right there, so you guys can know what to look for. This is a really good one to show you guys because it has what you look for using the reseller formula. Good brand, good material, good size. So this is a good brand. Z Zegna is one that you want to look for in suits and blazers. $12 is a good price point for this one because comps were going anywhere between $60 to $90. I think I set mine at $89 or $87. I can't really remember what I set it for. This is a good brand, Z Zegna, good material. Now, blazers are a category of clothing that I still do suggest people look into when you're reselling. Definitely hit the blazer section at your thrift. A lot of resellers don't go there. So yeah, good brand, Z Zegna, good material, and that's the next part. Usually blazers have the material tag on one of the pockets. In this case, it's in this one. It looks just like this, and it gives you a whole bunch of information. Sometimes it's in other languages, depending on where it was made. I've seen a lot that I look for in Italian, so you kind of have to use context clues a little bit, but it's not too hard. In this case, it has what kind of suit it is. So it's a drop 7 from Z Zegna. The size here is right here is 54L. So it's a 54 long, again, good size. Now the material shows right here, and that is 84% wool and 16% mohair, which I recently learned that is a fine type of like goat hair or rabbit hair, depending. So yeah, it's really cool to learn about all this stuff. I posted it in another video when it first sold because this was a return. I'm pretty sure they rented it from me and returned it. Nothing was wrong with it, so I didn't really cry about it. I accept 30-day returns, and that just sometimes happens with some of the things that you have. People think that you're Amazon and they rent things from you. So yeah, this was a return. I'm not mad about it because it'll sell again. But in that video, I asked what mohair was, and a lot of people actually let me know. So it's pretty cool, the things that you can learn from reselling. Anyways, so good brand, Z Zegna, good material, mohair wool blend, good size, 54 long. So this is definitely a pickup, especially at that price and especially at what the comps are. Now, the second part to the reseller formula is sell-through rates. That is a whole nother video on its own, and I will be making a video to break down sell-through rates, but the reseller formula does need the sell-through rate formula as well. So a sell-through rate is how fast something sells. In this case, I'm not going to talk about the Zegna blazer because I don't remember the sell-through rate on that one. I don't really remember the sell-through rate on Ninja pictures, but I'm turning into what I call myself as the Ninja Queen because I've been flipping these like crazy. I part them out. That's a whole nother video. I'm going to be breaking down this bolo, but when in doubt, part it out. And that's how I'm flipping these like crazy. Anyways, so the sell-through rates on the pictures as a whole are great. The sell-through rate on just the lid is great as well. So before I go off on a tangent on how great the sell-through rate is, know that when you're looking up the sell-through rate, you literally put in Ninja 72 ounce pitcher, and you'll see how many there are. Now, let's just say for the sake of easy math, there are 10 listed, but 20 have sold in the past 90 days. What does that tell you? That this item is hot because 10 are listed, but 20 have sold in the past 90 days. That's a 200% sell-through rate. That's awesome. I'm definitely going to be picking this up if it's within my price point to make a good profit. that's where parting it out also comes in handy. Because the very first one I picked up for $23.99 at my thrift store, and I parted it out. I sold the lid for $34.97, the pitcher for like $24, the motor for like $20, and then I still have the blade to sell, which I learned that you should probably sell the blade with the pitcher. But again, I'm getting on a tangent. So this has a 200% sell-through rate. So I'm obviously going to pick it up, especially if it's the whole thing is going for like $45 and it's $10 at the thrift store. I'm for sure picking that up. So again, the sell-through rate is based off of how many are sold versus how many are listed. So you do the 20 sold divided by the 10 listed, and that gives you 200%. So definitely pick this up. Now, something like this Yoda, baby Yoda plush, let's just say there are 60 listed, right? But only 20 have sold in the past 90 days. I probably wouldn't pick this up because the sell-through rate is what, 40%? Something like that. So yeah, you definitely wouldn't want to pick this up because I like to get items that are at an 80% sell-through rate or above. Do I sometimes pick up lower sell-through rate items? If it's at a 70% or 60%, which I call my lowest rate that I'll pick something up at, yeah, you definitely want to still get those, because are you always going to be getting 80+ sell-through rate items? Probably not. You're probably going to find 10 of those at your thrift, but not 20 or 30 or whatever profits that you're comfortable with. So I like to pick up items at an 80% and above. Sometimes I'll go 60 depending on the price point, depending on the resale formula, depending on how long I'm okay with it sitting in my shop. So that's how I like to base those numbers. If it's at $20 and it has a 60% sell-through rate and it's only selling for $40, I'm probably not going to pick that up. If it's $1 and it has a 60% sell-through rate and they're selling for like $40-50, I'm probably gonna pick that up. I don't mind it waiting in my store for a little bit because I know I'm gonna get at least $30 for it, and I only spent $1. So you kind of want to play with your price points, play with your budget, play with how long you want your money to sit. And that's basically the reseller formula in my eyes, and it works for many categories. Clothing is where I picked it up, and it works beautifully with clothing because good brand, good material, good size. With other items, just like this Ninja pitcher, good brand, Ninja's a great brand that people look for. Good material, Ninja makes sturdy materials. And good size, the size typically doesn't work with something with hard goods like this. But again, you have like 2 out of the 3 from the formula that you can kind of base. Is this good? Is a Ninja better than an Oster? Is a Ninja better than a KitchenAid? That's kind of like where you want to go. Definitely pick brand, because Ninja has a really good following. Zegna has a pretty good following. Hoka has a pretty good following. The Sony DVD VCR combos have an amazing sell-through rate. I actually just picked up 2 of those, so you're gonna be seeing my little thrift haul video that I'm gonna be putting out, and they're items that I'm picking up right now. But without going on to another tangent, that's basically the reseller formula. You want a good brand, good material, good size, and a fast sell-through rate. That tip number 4 is the biggest one of them all. Because if it has a slow sell-through rate, all you're doing is adding all these items to your store and they're not selling as fast as possible. You're not getting your return on investment fast enough to use that money to get more stuff. So I would say pick things up at an 80% plus sell-through rate to practice. Dabble in the 70s and 60s, but once you know how to play better. And stick with that 80 and above. If you only find 2 things at the thrift, you only found 2 things at the thrift. Go to another one. Go to another yard sale. Research more things. At least you're spending 3-4 hours at the thrift store researching these items. And yes, research your items every time. I don't care if you bought it 2 times ago, research your item. Because the markets go down crazy fast. I was selling Pokemon Yellow for the Game Boy. For the Game Boy Color for $89, no offers. It would sell the same day. And I have another one that I was selling. I set it for $89, not even thinking about it. And I kept getting offers for 60, 60, 60. And I was like, what is going on? So I remembered another piece of advice from one of my other good reselling friends. And he said, always comp out. When you get offers, comp it out, because you don't know how the market's been hurt, how the market is doing with your item if you got it 2-3 months ago, or if you got it 6+ months ago and it wasn't that great of a pickup. So yeah, I went in and I comped out my own item, and lo and behold, it was selling between $40 and $60 now. So yeah, I'll definitely take the 60 if it's selling for 60. So you gotta really play, you gotta see with your markets. Now, I definitely took it because it was my item from my collection. I had nothing into it, right? If you got your item at $20 and it's selling for 25, do you want to just get rid of it and take that money and make better profits and put it into a better item? Or do you really want to hold out and get 15 later on, even though you spent 20 on it? So I always say comp out your items. If you're getting an offer, don't take it as a lowball. I find it so silly when people are like, I don't even respond to lowball offers, or I get so upset when I get a lowball offer. That is an opportunity for a sale. Shoot them back the lowest that you would take. Shoot them back. If they send you $1 offer, which is crazy, take $1 off your original price. If you set it at 50, send them back 49. Sometimes they'll decline it and like boohoo for them, right? But other times it gets you playing to the point where they were willing to pay $40. You set it at 50, but they shot you the $30 offer to see if you'll take it. Shoot them back what your lowest would be, which is probably 45, 40. Maybe they shoot you back with 40 and then you take that. So definitely don't be discouraged by lowball offers, because it's an opportunity for sale. Don't get upset, and definitely comp out your item. If I can give you guys a nice recap for this video, good brand, good material, good size is the reseller formula. Top that with fast sell-through rate items, and the sky's the limit for your store. So if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments. I like to read my comments all the time and take ideas from that you guys leave me, and I make videos to help you guys out. If you guys have a question, leave them in the comments. Love you guys.